Okay, good morning to all. Today we have this EM Jaipur IIC lecture, and it is on the topic converting ideas into patent. And it will be presented by Madam Preeti Narayan. She is a patent facilitator with the registered startup. So it is under the Startup India scheme. So all of us do want our ideas to be converted into patent. So what can be a better topic than this? So to talk more on that, before it is handed over to Preeti Madam, I will request Professor Dr. Anurag Hamilton to say a little bit about the topic and then hand it over to Preeti Madam.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Anurag Hamilton, and I welcome you all on the behalf of Institute Innovation Council, IEM Jaipur. And IAC was established in 2018, and since then we are conducting various activities related to IPR, innovation, patent filing, and we always call different people from the industry who are working in this field. And today we have Mrs. Preeti Narayanan with us. She is a registered patent consultant at Indian Patent Office. She is having an experience of 11 years, and she has worked with reputed law firms and Center for Excellence of Intellectual Property Right, Anna University, Chennai. So I think all the attendees will really get the benefit from it. Now I'll just hand it over to ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the introduction. Thank you, Biswajit sir. So I will close my camera and start the discussion. So can you able to see my screen?
Yet, can you kindly show your screen? Just a minute. It might come very soon. But have you clicked on the show screen thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So
can you able to see now?
No, we cannot see still. Just allow me. I will do a small change. Please allow me. Let me see
if
it comes. Okay, share your screen again now.
Just a second.
It will give you the option. Please share your screen.
Yeah, I did the option. Just it's loading. Can you able to see the screen now, sir?
No, still not. I will tell you if it comes.
Okay. Yeah, because it's loading.
Yes. Now it has come. You may start.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now the PPT is visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So good morning to one and all. So today I'm going to discuss about how to convert your ideas into patents. Okay. So I hope most of you are the faculties and the students. So what we will be doing is, as per the academic so far we are following, we will directly go for publication. Once we get a good product or a process or any good invention, then by default we will go for the publication in the journals. So here I'm going to talk about how to convert your ideas into patent before going for the journals, because patent will give you extra marks and extra benefits compared to the publication in journals. Okay. These are the contents that we are going to see in this presentation. First, I'll start with what is patent. Patent is an exclusive right given by a country to the owner of the invention to make, use, manufacture, or market the invention. And patent right is an exclusive right that implies no one can make, use, manufacture, or market the invention without the consent of the patent holder. And this patent right is limited for the 20 years period. And within that period also, after 3 years from the date of public application, have to renew the patent every year till 2030. Okay. And coming to this patent is mainly involved in invention. According to the Indian Patent Act, what the invention means is, it means a new product or a process involving an inventive step and capable of industrial application. Okay. So this is a brief about what is a patent. And I'll explain you what are the steps that involve in developing your idea into a patent. Idea in the sense your projects, UG project or PG project, even the PhD works. How can you convert into a patent? And if you're doing any research, you're going to start any research. So what are the things you have to see at the time of doing the research to convert into a good patent, to produce a good invention? Okay. So keeping in the point of research or in the point of a project, while doing the wet lab work or a dry lab work, you should keep a record of each and every steps, what you did, how you got that product, how you derived that process. So how you come up with the idea, what are the steps involved in it, which step give you the best result. So all these things you should keep a record. And you should research your idea to make sure it is patentable or not. So while you go applying for a patent, you should see your invention has 3 basic criteria such as novelty, inventiveness, and utility. So all these things I will explain you in detail later. And as patent cannot protect or give a grant for a mere idea, you have to do at least a prototype. If it is a product, you can go for a prototype. If it is a process, you can do your research work and keep an observation note or some record, do the data. That would be fine. Then if you're clear with everything and everything is ready, then you can go for preparing your patent application, then filing your patent application to protect your invention. Okay, this is how you can work. You have to do the research and convert into your product. And meantime, finding a research with eligibility, there is a step known as prior art search. That also I will explain you with the examples and practical PPTs. Okay. And as I said, patents don't protect for mere ideas which existing in your mind. So to be capable of patent protection, your ideas have to be written down, or otherwise it should be embedded in an invention, just a prototype. For a product, it should be a prototype. In case of process, you can have any data, examples, working examples, everything you can have it. And before going for filing a patent application, you may consider few things like a new component or an innovative product. If your invention has, or if your invention is a new component or an innovative product. Example, a new type of lid for a drinks carton, which keeps the content fresh for longer. Next, an industrial process or way of making or manufacturing something. Example, new plastic molding technique. A new apparatus or equipment used in an industrial process. Example, a new kind of tool for cutting metals. So if your invention has a new product, a new process, or a new equipment or device or apparatus, then you can go ahead with filing your patent application. Okay. So you should see whether your idea is patentable or not. before filing a patent application. Okay. So 3 basic criteria are there which let you know whether your invention is worth or eligible for a grant of a patent. First one is novelty or new. The subject matter of your invention should not be published or known or available to the public in India before the date of filing. Okay. And it should have an inventiveness. Inventiveness means your invention, the aspect of your invention should involve a technical advancement or economic significance or both with respect to the existing knowledge. So thus making invention non-obvious to a person skilled in the art. So the third one is industrial applicability or utility. Your patent should have some utilization, should be capable of being made or used in the industries. So these are the 3 basic criteria you have to see: novelty, inventiveness, and industrial applicability. So for novelty, we can do the prior art search or patent search that I will teach you. And inventiveness, you should find out from the prior arts whether your invention has some technical advancement or not. What are the changes you have done? What are the improvements or modifications you have done to the invention compared to the already existing one? And industrial applicability, obviously, you will come to know whether your product can be manufactured in any industries or it is used to the public. Okay. Other than these 3 basic criteria, there is one more criteria which is coming under section 3 of Indian Patent Act. That is non-patentable subject matter. Here I'll brief about what are the non-patentable subject matter as per the patent law. Inventions that are frivolous and contrary to natural laws. Inventions which go against the public morality. Inventions that are mere discovery of something that is already existing in nature. The mere discovery of a form already existing in nature does not lead to enhancement of efficacy. And mere admixing of mixtures leading in the aggregation of properties, mere aggregation or duplication of devices working in a known way, horticulture or agricultural methods, medicinal, curative, prophylactic, diagnostic, therapeutic for treating diseases in humans and animals are not patentable. Essential biological process for the production or propagation of animals and plants. Simple mathematical formulas or business methods or computer programs are not patentable. Aesthetic creations is not an invention. Mental act, rule of methods, the presentation of the information, the topography of integrated circuits, traditional knowledge. So these are not patentable. Along with this, atomic energy inventions are also not patentable. Okay. So you have to check whether your invention coming under any of these criteria. As you people are from engineering background, you'll mostly get that they will say it's a mere admixing of the mixtures or mere aggregation or duplication of devices and mere discovery of a form already existing in nature without any enhancement of efficacy. So mostly objections will come under these 3 sections. Okay. So once you're comfortable that you're confident whether your invention is patentable or not. So if your invention, for example, if your invention is patentable, it has 3 basic criteria such as novelty, inventiveness, and industrial applicability. And also it's not coming under any non-patentable subject matter. Then the next step is you should apply for a patent. But before applying for a patent, you should also see when should you apply. Okay, you may wish to delay it as long as possible to prevent your competitor finding out exactly what you're developing. But if you suspect that a competitor is already working on a similar development, it is advisable to apply for a patent as soon as possible. Next is, if you intend to work in any alliance, like any EGC project or any project, it may also be a good idea to apply quickly, because there is a possibility that without your knowledge, they may apply for a patent. So if you apply, that is, there are two types of patent application. One is provisional and complete. I will let you know. So even if your invention is not completed, you need some time, you need some fund to work, to do more research. In such a case, you can protect your idea through provisional specification. Okay. Here I mean idea because you're only going to give an abstract summary, brief summary of your invention for of your concept for product. Okay, so this is known as provisional application. After filing provisional, you can go ahead with asking for any funding or submitting for any proposals. That can be done because your idea is protected. No one can able to file it without your knowledge. Okay, so this is how you have to prevent from stealing. Okay, next sir, we can have the questions at the end, or it may be like an interactive session.
I think it is better to have the questions at the end. If you have anything more to add, after that, the questions can be done together.
Okay, okay, that would be fine. We can have it at the end. Thank you, sir. Okay. Next is how to analyze the patentability of your idea or project. So this is a prior art search, or the patent search, or the novelty search. This patent search is a wise and cost-effective process of all granted patent, published patent application, and non-patent literatures related to the subject matter. Okay. And why we should do the prior art search? Not only to find the basic criteria, as I said, novelty, inventiveness, and industrial applicability, especially the novelty of your invention. Other than this, the prior art search will help you to determine whether your invention is patentable or not, to what degree it is patentable, and to search any information or technology has been disclosed to public in any form about an invention related to your invention. Okay, mainly the prior art search will let you know, first is whether your invention is patentable. That is, for example, if you are working on any process, okay, the process has 5 steps, A, B, C, D, and E. So in that 5 steps, you did prior art search and find out A, B, and E is already available. So the steps C and D are not available in public domain. So in such case, what you can do is, you can write your patent, basically concentrating on C and D. And if you want to do further research also, you can concentrate on 2 steps, C and D, and do your research. So instead of filing a patent application or claiming for all the 5 steps, which is most of them are available to public, available in public domain, it's a waste of time. So it will come under an objection like your invention is already available in public, so it lacks novelty. So to avoid such thing, if you go for a prior art search, you can find out which step is not patentable, which step is not available in public. So you can concentrate more on that step, and you can write your patent draft and the claims based upon the step which is novel and inventive. Okay, I think I am clear with this, right? And how we have to do the patent search? What are things to be analyzed is, have to check for the granted patent, especially for the patentability of your invention. Next, you have to check for the published patent application for the novelty. Other than the patent documents, you can also check in any journals, scholarly articles, books, even newspapers, pamphlets. Some people unknowingly, without knowing about what is patent, they would have published their invention in newspapers or new pamphlets. Okay, so maybe if your concept is a very simple one, like the electric vehicle. This electric vehicle, so many people are working, so many students are working. So sometimes those students, without having a knowledge of patent, they will be published in the paper. The school will be publish the idea in the paper. So in such a case, if you come to know that, then you lost the novelty. If you file without knowing that it is already there in the newspaper, you will lose the novelty. So to avoid that, if your invention, you think your invention is really a very simple invention with a very effective one, then you can search for the newspaper and pamphlets also. Okay. Okay. So I said the benefits of prior arts and what are to be analyzed in prior arts, that is the patent search. Now we'll see how to conduct a patent search. First, you should understand the subject matter of invention, which subject matter you are working on, what are the main objects of your invention. Then you have to analyze the basic aspects, main aspects of your invention. Once you're done with both of this, then you can find out the keywords. So you should be very careful in identifying the keywords. For example, your invention is on a vehicle. Okay. So for your invention is a car. You are using the term car. Okay. Some people in country US, they maybe use the term vehicle. In China, they may be using the word some transport apparatus or devices likewise. So you may not know. For the same invention, same concept, with a different term, they would have done filing. Okay, so in order to get all those relevant documents, so if you find the keywords, you have to find the synonyms, common terms, and any technical terms available. Okay, so you should see each and everything. Then you have to frame the main keywords. Once the keywords are done, then you can go for prior art search. Using the search tools, I'll show you the 3 free search tools which will give you very good results. I'll show you the search tools. And doing the search, then you have to identify the relevant documents, prepare report and differences, which will help you in drafting the patent specification. Okay. This is how you have to do the prior art search. Okay. Next is about what are the results of prior art search. So this I have already told you. An idea about which part or the feature or the embodiment of your invention is already covered. And what could be the novel feature? This can be get from prior art search. Then it helps to focus on further research or development work to get maximum level of protection for your invention. Then further it gives clear picture about whether it is appropriate to proceed with drafting the patent specification. Because filing a patent, drafting a patent specification, filing a patent application, it's a time-consuming process. And also getting the FER, first examination report and responding, everything is little bit time-consuming and it's a costly also. So to avoid that applying for the same invention which is already available in public and getting into loss, then you can do the prior art search. Okay. And this is about basics of the prior art search. Okay. Now we'll see the tools which you can easily access and get your ideas, to know your ideas whether it is novel and it has patentability. Okay. First, this is Google Patents. Next, USPTO patent search. Third one is Indian Impasse. Okay, Google Patents, we all know. Google, Google Patents is one that as how Google scholarly articles. Next is USPTO patent search. The search engine is maintained by US United States Patent and Trademark Office. And Indian Patent Office is having an Impasse Indian Patent Advanced Search tool. Okay. So for the better understanding, I've used the same keyword for all the searches. This is a simple keyword vehicle. So first we'll go with Google Patents. I've used the same keyword vehicle here. So when I used this term and did the search, I got nearly 5 lakh results. because it's a very simple term and I've not used any other words. If you want, you can also use the in the next other column are you can use and electric vehicle or vehicle with some different motors. If you give so many keywords, so then the search number of search will be restricted, it will be narrowed, and you will get the relevant documents. Okay. So this is the search page of Google. You will get this result page. And if you know the synonym, as I said, you can use the synonym and do the search. And if you are specifically searching for any priority date from this to this, so you can do the date search, priority date search. And if you're searching for any inventor or any assignee, all the specific searches can be done. And in case of Google, in the right hand side after this result, in this page itself, you can see the graph which shows if it is a product or a process which a company are involved in this. So you can click that also and found out your opportunity if you are interested in commercialization. Okay. And when I click on to the first one, method and apparatus for vehicle, so you'll lead to this page where there is a title, abstract, and below that you can see the images. You can click onto the zoom image and see the zoomed one. Then below the images, descriptions will be there, complete description of this invention. And this right hand side, the patent application number and inventor, the bibliographic details. Below that, claims will be there. Okay. And so as it is an US patent, it's already published in English only. So okay. So you can, if you click onto this download PDF, you can download the PDF. It will be like this. You can download this PDF page and use it for this reference. But in case if it is in China, Japan, or Korean patents, the original document will be in their mother language. That is in maybe in Chinese or Korean or Japanese language. So what you have to do is you have to copy this document in the Word, copy this content in a Word document and use it for your reference. Okay. And not only in this Google search or any other search, even in FVR, if you come to get the China or Japan or even the German patents, they will be in their own language. So you cannot get the original version in English. In such a case, also you can use this Google patents. In Google Patents, you can type the application number or patent number and get the document. You can copy paste the content in the Word document and you can use it for your future reference. This is one advantage of Google Patents. Okay. Next is USPTO patent search. This is also a free tool. When you type USPTO patent search in Google, so it will show you this page. And here you can do the search for your USPTO patent full text image and also USPTO patent full text image and database. That is for application as well as granted patent. When I click onto this first one, so full text image database, we can do the search in 3 ways. One is quick search, advanced search, and patent number search. If you know the patent number, you can do it. The same way in case of application, quick search, advanced search, but publication number search. Okay. So when I click to this first quick search, it will show a page like this. And say the same keyword I have used it. Here we can do, I have done the search for all fields, but you can also do the search if you were specific about the title or about abstract, if you know the patent number, or if you want to search any universities, foreign universities, US universities. So applicant name, in that applicant name, you can type the universities. So all these type of specific searches also you can do. As I said, it's a very common keyword. So I got nearly 8 lakh patent. But if you narrow it, you'll get a very relevant documents. And when I click on to this first one, it will redirect it to this page where you can get the application or the patent number with the date of publication, title, abstract, and all the bibliographic details with the relevant documents, classification details. All these details will be there. Below that, claims and the descriptions will be in this page. Okay, and above this page, you can see there is a word called images. If you click to the images, it will direct to a page of PDF. Here, if you click to this full pages, you get the complete document. So you can download it and use it for future reference. And in case of USPTO, you can get the documents that are filed in the US. Some PCT national phase applications also. Okay. So this is about USPTO. So we saw Google Patents and then USPTO. Next is Indian INPAS, Indian Patent Advanced Search Tool. Am I audible? Is there any problem in my voice, sir?
There is some problem in the voice. I like it. You are not audible for the last maybe 30-40 seconds.
Okay. Oh. Now is it fine?
It is fine, but then occasionally an echo is occurring, as I told you. An echo is coming occasionally.
Okay.
Now it is fine. You may continue, please.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Okay. This is about INPAS, Indian Patent Advanced Search Tool. Okay. So here you can search for the Indian patent documents filed by people in India, and also some national phase PCT national phase applications from China or Japan or any other countries. Okay. So this is the page of patent search. Here you can do the search for both published and granted. In case of published, you will get both the published and granted documents, but in case of granted, only the granted documents, which help you for knowing the patentability of your invention. And here also you can do the search for title, abstract, complete specification, description. If you know the application or the publication number or the patent number, then if you want to search for your college or the university, then you can give that as an applicant number. Sometimes if you want to search whether your professor or a lecturer or your student have done any patent application, then you can search in the inventor name. Okay. So here also I've used the same keyword vehicle, and I got nearly 12,000 patents as published applications. When I click onto this published, then do the search, I got nearly 12,000 documents. But when I click onto this granted and did the search, I got nearly 2,000 documents on the same keyword vehicle. Okay. And in this page, application, if you click on, if you give the key on the application number, it will be showing the hand. You can click into that. If you click on to this application number, you can get the bibliographic details, abstract, and also the XML version of complete specification. Okay, so you can read to that. And below that, you see here this view application status. If you click onto this view application status, you'll get the bibliographic details with the email ID, title of the invention, everything, along with the status of the application. As I have chosen the granted patent, it shows granted application and application number. For the granted application, you can able to click this e-register. So this is the e-register, which shows the legal status of the patent, whether it is in force or it is expired. Okay, and to what reason it is expired, and due of next renewal. All the details will be there, including the application number, patent number, date of record, title, and it also gives you the current patentee or grantee For example, while getting for filing for the application, someone will be the applicant, some companies. Maybe after grant, it will be given to some other people. Maybe it will be given for a license, or it may be sold. So all these contents, all the information will be there in the e-register. Along with this, working of the patent, it is compulsory to show working of the patents after 3 years of getting grant. So working of the patents every year, that also will be provided here. And next, date of renewal, how long it has been renewed, how long it has to be renewed, all the details will be there in this e-register page. Okay. Next is, if you want to see the documents, click onto the view documents. You will get all the documents PDF from the date of filing. For example, if it starts with the provisional application, then complete, then FER, what are the communications from the patent office to the applicant, or from the applicant to the patent office, all these documents will be here. Okay, you can download this document and use it for your reference. Okay. Can you able to see this one? So
yes, your screen is visible.
It's not. No, the words are very little bit, because this is actually one of the patent I got it for the University of Engineering and Management, Jaipur. So this is one application filed from your university. Okay, and the application status shows that it's awaiting request for examination. Okay, for this search, you can give in the applicant name as University of Engineering and Management, or if you're supposed to know the inventor, person who has filed it also, you can give the name. But here both the things are showing as University of Engineering and Management. Okay. Or if you know the title, you can give the title and do the search for this application. This is one application I got it for your university. Okay. This is about INPAS, Indian Patent Advanced Search Tool. So we saw all the 3 search tools: Google Patents, USPTO, and INPAS. Okay, so you got an idea. You check for the novelty, inventiveness, and industrial applicability, and also for the patentability. You did prior art search, and so you did all the steps. Now you're clear that your invention can be patentable. The next step is drafting of your patent specification. Here I'll brief about what are the patent contents. What are the contents you should give? How your description will look like. Okay. And if you take the patent specification, it is a techno-legal document. Okay. And it has technical details, how it is working, what are the process, how you made the product, all the details, along with the claims, the legal part, which give you the protection. Patent drafting includes the detailed written description to replicate the invention and the claims where the invention is protected. Okay. Why it is mentioned that detailed written description is because I already said in the beginning, your patent application is for 20 years. So after 20 years, your application, your patent will be in public domain. So if anyone read your document, they should be able to replicate it. Okay. So this is how. That's why we have to provide all the details whichever we know. That's why while starting, I said, while converting your ideas into patent, you should have a record on what are the best method you got, best step which give you the good result. Okay, so you have to note it down and you have to give it in the patent drafting. Okay, and if you take the types of patent specification, there are 2 types. One is provisional and another one is complete. So provisional specification is one. If you are working in an idea and you want to go for funding, as I already discussed, want to go for a funding. Okay, but it's a big project, so without funding, for example, I'm saying you require the funding, it's needed. In such a case, before sending your proposal for the funding or any other project, getting any projects, you can go for provisional application where you can protect your idea or a concept, giving a title, field of invention, background, and just a summary. Okay, by giving all this content, you can protect your concept. The thing is, the provisional will give you a priority date from which your concept is protected, and it will help you, and it will give you 12 months time to file the complete specification. Okay. The defect is within 12 months you have to file the complete specification, otherwise your provisional will be abandoned. Okay. Next is complete specification. So first we'll finish a provisional. And so what are the contents of this provisional? It has a title, but you should be very careful in giving the title, because amending the title at the time of filing complete is a tedious process. It requires amendment form, everything. So it's not advisable to amend the title. So you have to be careful in giving them the title. Okay. Then field of invention, the background part, then summary. What are the basic concept of your invention? What are the steps you are going to cover? Everything you have to give. Then brief description of drawings. If you're confident, you can give the drawings. But sometimes, for example, some people, so what they will do is they will file the provision with the drawing. Okay. Unknowingly, they will do that. After doing the research within this 12 months or 11 months, they're ready to file the complete specification. At that time, they will give some of the new drawings, new flow charts. There's a total change in there. But the concept is same, but the diagrams will be different. So in such a case, there is a conflict will be there between provisional drawings and the complete drawings. So if you are very clear, very confident with your drawings, you can give the drawings in provisional specification. Otherwise, it's advised to avoid it because it's not compulsory. If required only, you have to give the drawings. So you have to give title, field of invention, background, and summary of your invention. Okay. So this is about provisional specification. And as I said, within 12 months, you have to file the complete specification. Otherwise, your application will be abandoned. Okay. So what are the contents of the complete specification will be? Title of invention, field of invention, and background. You will have an object, summary, then brief description of the drawing, detailed description of invention with reference to drawings, claims, abstract, and drawings. All these contents will be there in your complete specification. Okay. And I want to mention one thing. I said there are two types of patent specification. One is provisional and another one is complete. Okay. If you want to go for a project or you need time to do research, you can file provisional. Otherwise, if the invention is completely done, all the results, so everything is in your hand, then you can directly file complete specification. Okay, there are two ways. One is filing complete after provisional. Other is filing directly complete specification. Okay, because so many of them are confusing in this. It's not that you have to file the provisional then complete. You can directly file the complete if your invention is ready. Okay, I think I'm clear with this. So this is about patent specification. So now we have done the drafting also. Even the specification is ready with you. Next is you have to go with filing your patent application with Indian Patent Office. Who can file patent application? It's not like that anyone can go and file. It should be filed by true and first inventor or the true and first inventor's assignee. Assignee in the sense universities or the companies where they are working. Okay. Next is where to file your patent application. You can file it in Kolkata, Delhi, Chennai, and Mumbai based upon your jurisdiction. How to file patent? There are two modes. One is e-filing. If you have digital signature or if you are approaching a patent agent like us, we will file in online filing, e-filing. But if you want to file by yourself to the jurisdictional office, like if it is, I think, Kolkata or Delhi or Mumbai, Chennai, according to your jurisdiction, you can send the documents in post to the corresponding patent office. Okay. In post, or you can give it to them directly. So what are the types of patent application? We saw the types of patent specification. Now we'll see what are the types of patent application. So from the beginning, we are talking about the new idea and searching for the patentability, then drafting the specification and filing. So if this is a new one, it doesn't have any priority date. So such case, this type of application are known as ordinary application, without reference to any other application. Okay. Next is, you have filed a patent application. Normally, claims of patent application should be for only one invention. By mistake, if you have filed the claims for more than one invention, then you can go for divisional of application. Okay, so you can divide the application into two. It can be done by you willingly or by the instance of the controller. Okay, those type of applications are known as divisional application. Next is, last week you have filed one patent application. Within this 7 days, you worked on it. You got a good results. You have found some improvements or modifications to the same invention. Okay. In such a case, you can go for patent of addition. So you can file that amendment or that modification alone as a patent of addition. Okay. So these are the three basic types: ordinary application, divisional, and patent of addition. Other than this, if you're going as a student or as a professor, if you're going to higher studies in any other countries, or if you want to applying for a job in any other countries, you can go file your patent application in that country also by two modes. One is conventional application, another one is PCT. If you have filed application in India and you want to file only in US, in such a case, you can opt for conventional application, but the defect is it will give you only 12 months time to enter into the other country. But if you opt for PCT application, it will give you a 30 months time, 31 months time approximately, from the date of filing of your application. But the PCT application, the basic PCT form has to be submitted within 12 months from the date of filing in India. You can file in your Indian Patent Office as per your jurisdiction. Okay. And this PCT will help you to do the search. It will do the search, and International Search Authority will do the search. It's compulsory for that. So then they will do the search and let you know whether your invention is novel, it has an inventive system, and also the patent. Okay, so PCT also has a provisional. If you're still not confident with the patentability of your invention, you can go for international preliminary examination. That they will give one more report, do the search, and give you a report about the patentability of your invention. After that, you can enter into other countries as per your interest. Okay, this is about PCT, that is the International Filing System. But PCT won't grant any patent. It will help you to enter into other countries. Okay, it will give you much less cost as compared to conventional application. Okay. So these are the types of patent application. Next is, so requirement for filing ordinary patent application. What are the details required? What are the forms that you have to submit to the patent offices? So the main form is form 2, that we have prepared the specifications ready with us. Okay, that is the technical form. Other than that, there are some legal forms. This is form 1, application for grant of patent, where you have to provide all the details, like details of the inventor, details of the applicant, communication address, information corresponding to any prior documents. So all these things you have to give in form 1, and You have to also mention what are the forms you have enclosed, how many pages are there in the complete specification. All these things can have to include in form 1. Okay. Next is form 3. These are the forms which I'm saying is mostly the compulsory forms. Form 1, Form 3, Form 5, everything has to be filed along with the complete specification. Form 3, statement and undertaking under Section 8. I said about international filing, PCT. If you're filing through any document through PCT or entering into any other country's national phase, then you have to intimate timely to the controller through Form 3 till the grant of your patent. Okay. Next is Form 5, declaration of inventorship. Next is Form 18, request for examination. This is a compulsory form. It has to be filed within 48 months from the date of filing. And the patent office will not consider the application examination unless this form is filed. If you fail to file this form, your application will be abandoned. But it should be filed within 48 months, but it is advised to file along with the complete specification. So there are chances for getting the first examination report a little bit earlier. Okay. Other than these forms, there is one more form called Form 9, request for early publication. In Indian Patent Office, normally the patent application will be published within 18 months from the date of filing. But you want to give for a proposal, you want to add in your resume, you want to apply for any job, or you want to publish the application in any journal, or you want to go for any exhibitions or anything else. So if it is urgent, then you can request for early publication, where your application will be published within 1 month in the Indian Patent Office journal, which is published every Friday. Then you can get the snapshot of the page. You can attach that page with the resume, with the proposals, everything. That will be benefit to you. Okay. Just a second. Okay. Next is Form 26, power of attorney. If you are filing through agent like us, power of attorney is required. Then if you are a startup or a small entity, you can claim your status through Form 28. Along with the startup, in the sense, you will be having the DIPP number, that the startup certificate with the DIPP number that you have to provide to claim your status. Then for small entity, Udyog Aadhar, now I think different name is coming, so you have to check. So small entity Udyog Aadhar acknowledgement copy has to be submitted. Okay. Complete registration number for claiming the small entity. Okay. These are the forms. I repeat, along with your complete specification, that is the technical form, Form 2, I have to file Form 1, Form 3, Form 5, Form 9 if it's an optional form, and Form 18. So these are the 5 forms that has to be submitted compulsory. So Form 2 already we discussed. This is about the complete specification. Field of invention background. Even this is for the same for provisional also. Field of invention background, object summary, description of invention, claims, everything. If you're filing a provisional specification, Form 1 and Form 2 is enough. Form 1 with all the details stating is a provisional application, and Form 2 with the required contents like title, field of invention, background, summary, that's enough. Okay. So this is about forms. Okay. So this next is finally about patent fees. So usually if I ask you to file a patent application, the first thing will come in mind, how much it costs, how much I have to pay for filing a patent application. Okay. Okay. So here I am giving the fees for e-filing. Actually, there are two ways, as I already said, it's online filing and physical filing. There is a 10% amount increase in case of physical filing. E-filing, they have given concession. Okay, so if it is 1,600 for e-filing, it is 1,750 for on physical filing. Okay, and this is for the ordinary patent application. For filing a patent application, Form 1 is for a natural person, small entity, startup, it's 1,600. If you want to go for early publication, it's 2,500. And if you request for examination, is 4,000. Altogether, it will come under 8,100. Okay. Then other than natural person, if you are filing in the name of your university, so if you file in your name, it will come under 8,100 because you are considered as an individual. If you file in your name of your college or a university, Form 1 is 8,000, Form 9 is 12,500, and Form 18 is 20,000. So altogether it will come near 42,000. Okay. So this is the fee structure for basic filing of patent application in India. Okay. Okay. Other than this, I said about the startup. I'm a startup facilitator. So I think some incubators, startup people are also here in this session. So what are the benefits you're getting from patent offices? As a startup, you have to file with Make in India as a startup and get the registration. You will get a certificate that your company is registered with a DIPP number. And with that DIPP number, you can go and file with, if you can get the help of startup facilitator. In the Make My India page itself, there are a list of facilitators, startup facilitators for patents, designs, and trademarks, everything it's given. Okay, if you're filing a patent, you can opt for a patent facilitator. And so you have to pay the fees. I said it's 8,100. Okay, so this fees you have to pay, only this fees you will be. The benefit is the professional fees which you are giving for the patent facilitator will be backed by the patent office. Okay, and as a startup and small entity, even for the individual women, those who are applying for a patent, that's one option called expedited examination, where your application process will be done earlier, quicker compared to the normal process. Okay. For one of my startup client, I got it granted within 8 months. So, yeah, but the thing is, you have to respond to the first examination report, and if it is a hearing, you have to respond quickly. If you quickly respond to it, very easily within 1 year, you can get it granted. But the option is expedited examination. It is available for startup, small entity, and also female applicants. Okay, the applicant should be the female, any one of the female applicants. For startup and small entity, Form 28, they have to file and they have to prove the DIPP certificate and this Udyog Aadhar. For female applicant, identity, any ID proof is required. Okay. And coming to this startup, for the startup, the facilitation is there from beginning of the application till grant. Everything will be taken care by the patent office. Only the patent office fees you have to bear. Okay, so what will be the fees will be here? This is 1,600 will be there, 2,500. And for expedited examination, the Form 18A is 8,000 rupees. So it will come around near 12,100 something. So you have to bear that fees alone. The rest of the things will be, the professional fees will be paid by patent office. Okay. So this is about the session, how you can convert your idea into a patent. So starting from your research, you did your research and you got all the records in your hand. You did check for the novelty, inventiveness, and industrial applicability. Then you did prior art search to find out whether any invention is available in public similar to your invention. So once everything is clear, you started drafting the specification, which comprises of title of the invention, field, background, object, summary, brief description of drawings, detailed description of invention, and claims, the main heart of the invention, then abstract, drawings. So once the specification is done, you go in for the filing of your application. So we saw the title of types of patent application. Then what are the forms to be submitted along with complete specification, like form 1, form 2, form 3, form 5, form 18, and an optional form, form 9. And if you're going for a patent agent like us, power of attorney, form 26. If you're a startup or a small entity, is form 28. Okay, so we saw all these forms. Then we saw the fees of these forms. Have a brief about startup facilitation. Okay, so any questions? Now the session is open for questions. We can have a questions.
Okay, so Professor Anurag, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So you can take the questions from the questions box if possible. There are a few questions in the questions box.
Yes. So one question is asked by one student. He says that how many years a patent remains valid?
No, this is
Sir,
this question is asked by Professor Pothik Dev Malik. Professor
Okay.
Pothik Dev Malik, who is a senior professor, he writes, how many years a
Okay.
patent remain valid?
For 20 years. Patent life is for 20 years, sir. From the date of filing, it's for 20 years.
Okay. So Professor Anurag, you may kindly go on.
Yes, sir. And there is one more question. What is the punishment for patent infringement?
It depends, sir. Maybe some imprisonment is also there, some payments also there, that you have to go legally with them. So next question, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
There is one more question. Is there any way to speed up the publication of patent?
Yeah, that's why it's a request for early publication. When your publication, your application will be published within 1 month in Patent Office Journal. At the most, it will come within 2 to 3 weeks itself after filing. So it will be there in Patent Office Journal. Every Friday they are publishing it, so you can check it out and get the pages. Yes, sir.
There is one more question. If the it's saying that if the inventor will get the patent or any company will get it.
I can't get it, so your line is cracking.
Okay. So the one question is if the inventor will get the patent or any company will get it.
No, if the inventor individually filed as he is the applicant, then he will get the patent. So who is the applicant will get the patent as a patentee. Okay, but the rights will be assigned between the applicant as and also the inventor. As I said, for example, the employee of the inventor is a professor working in an university. So the patent application will be in the name of university. So the right will be vested with the university, and there will be some agreements, mutual agreement between the professor and the university as an employee. Okay.
Okay. There is one more question. How much money is charged by a patent attorney?
It depends upon the attorney, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
So we can yeah.
There is one more question.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between Indian patent and Australian innovation patent? Which one is best?
I too have heard about this one. Indian actually I'm not that much clear with this patent. Okay, but I have heard that they are getting it very fast. So Indian patent, if you are working and employing in India, so commercialization in India, Indian patent will be benefited to you.
Okay. And ma'am, I have one personal question that suppose
Yes.
if someone is applied in US patents and the same thing is applied in Indian patents, so which one will be accepted? Because we are not aware that when people have applied, we can only see the published or granted patents. Suppose if anyone is applied, then how will come to know the status?
Yeah. See, you have applied today. Okay. By chance, the US person has applied it after 2 days. Then you will have the priority date. So you will get the patent. Your patent will be cited as a objection under his patent. So you will get the patent because the patent is mainly was on priority date. So first come first serve. Like you have to first file it. So you have the priority. You will be the owner of the invention. So you will get the patent. Because without publication, we may also not know whether they are filed for the same concept or not. So priority is very important in case of patent. Okay. But my points, sir.
And yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there is one more question that is there any specialized tool for prior art search? Means any premium services, or do we need to take any specialized subscription for that, or is it freely available on Google, all the patents?
See, I have taught you the freely available one for basically known. But if you are going as a company or a university, there are paid databases available. You can opt for the paid databases. You can search in Google for the best paid database, and you can go for the subscription.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
There is one more question. It says that do we need to renew patent?
Yes, sir. After 3 years of, if you get your patent granted, after 3 years of filing your patent application, every year till 20th year, you have to renew your patent. And the amount will also increase. After 3 years, the amount also will get increased. Till 20th year, you have to renew your patent. Otherwise, your patent will expire without renewal.
Okay.
Okay.
And ma'am, there is one more question. It says that can we patent the ideas only? What is the process?
See, mere ideas cannot be patented. I'll say the practical difficulty. So if you see the patent specification, it has a main part like claims and also the description part. Okay. So practically writing claims for a mere idea, it will be very difficult. My point of view is this. So if you work on it, you'll come to know what are the pros and cons of your invention. And you'll come to know what is the best step which give you the result. Okay, at least if you do the prototype of your product, you'll come to know how you have joined, what are the connections and switch connections are working perfectly. All the things, if you work on it, just do a basic research or a basic prototype, it will help you. That's why I am stressing mere ideas cannot be patented. But we can go for provisional. If you need time to do the patent, you can go for provisional and protect your idea. Within 12 months, you have to submit your complete specification with all the details. And one more thing, if you go and file a mere idea, if you get the patent also, after 20 years, if someone wants to use it, how they can use it? It's not possible, right? So there are practical difficulties. That's what.
Okay. And there's one last question.
Okay.
1 minute. There is a question
Yes.
that can we have a lifetime basis for patent? Can we have lifetime basis patent, or this is the question?
No, it's not like the patent rights is for 20 years. After 20 years, it will be in public domain, only for 20 years. So there are some patents known as evergreen patents. Mostly it is available in pharmaceutical industries. So that is different. But the lifetime of the patent is only for 20 years.
Okay, ma'am. There is one more question. It says that simulation results are enough, or hardware is compulsory for patent filing and grant?
You see, if your invention is on a software, hardware is must. Okay, but if your software has good technical advancement, if you can able to prove that, then you can go ahead. Otherwise, it's advisable to have a software or hardware along with the software for filing a patent application.
So thank you, ma'am. So now there are no more questions in the chat box.
Okay, they can unmute it also, right? If anyone required any question.
No, ma'am, actually for that, sir has to give the permission to the attendees.
Okay.
Bishwaja, sir?
Please tell me. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir,
Do you
now we
want,
don't have.
do you want me to
Now
give
we don't.
permission to somebody?
No, sir. Actually, no one has requested in the chat box.
Okay.
Okay.
But I believe all questions have been taken because there were many questions, and I believe we have taken almost all questions.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. So go ahead.
Yes, sir. So now I just want to conclude, and I want to thank ma'am for such an informative session. And because I have attended so many lectures and so many sessions, but this is the first time that I have seen that all the things in detail. That now I can do the patent searching, and I hope that all the students and faculty members who have attended, they also gain from it, and they have learned that how we can file the patent and do the prior art search. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So I'm ending the webinar. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the opportunity, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, madam. It was really great.
Thank you, sir.